current progressive tax system penalizes hard work, innovation, savings, and investment. For American businesses competing internationally, they are at a severe disadvantage, and we have moved toward being more confiscatory as a nation, while other nations are moving away from that. Some of the other candidates have promised not to raise taxes or admitted that now is not the time for meaningful tax reform. Conversely, I have stated that I will fight for lower taxes and believe that significant tax reform is paramount and that the time to act is now. I am on record for supporting the fair tax, which would eliminate all income taxes for individuals and corporations. By transforming from a tax on productivity towards one on consumption, this will promote economic expansion and increase savings, and would also eliminate the IRS, a government program that adds no economic value. When it comes to financial responsibility, we teach our children about the importance of living within our means, yet our government provides a horrible example in which to follow. Despite spending and a Federal Reserve that is out of control, drives a continued weakening of our currency, and are leaving an enormous burden on our future generations. Americans today are seeing wages stagnate, taxes increase, and the value of their savings in real terms decline, which is in and of itself another tax. In my opinion, and in the opinion of many other experts, this is both absolutely unacceptable and unsustainable. With a CBO projected deficit without any new programs reaching 50 to 60% of our GDP by 2019. You know, Margaret Thatcher famously said, the problem with socialism is that eventually you run out of other people's money. And that's what's happening now. No nation has ever taxed its way into prosperity, not one, but rather destroyed people's spirit, imagination, the will to make a better life for themselves and their families. The Founding Fathers understood this well, insisting that we must not let our leaders load us with perpetual debt, and as a member of Congress, I would vote against any new growth in government programs that are not offset by spending cuts elsewhere. I would support legislation that eliminates all earmark spending, which would begin to dismantle the lobbyists' influence, which is where a large portion of our tax money is directed. I would also vote against climate legislation, which, despite what Al Gore said, is not a foregone conclusion.
That's right.
It is nothing more than socialist engineering by the Obama administration to pick and choose winners, pick and choose losers in the economy, rather than the free market, and to create the single largest tax increase on the American public in history. In an effort to restore monetary discipline, I would support H.R. 1207, which calls for an audit of the Federal Reserve and improved transparency requirements. And to this day, the Obama administration promised to do this and has yet to deliver. I believe that we need to get our fiscal and monetary situation under control, which will allow the United States to move towards a stronger economy and a stronger currency. The three largest entitlement programs, Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid, are ticking time bombs which need to be addressed now. Our first course of action must be to immediately make these programs solvent. I would support legislation that retains all current benefits for citizens nearing retirement age, but would gradually reduce benefits or increase the recipient's age to match today's population growth for younger Americans. In the long term, I would support privatization, which would eliminate another hidden government tax and wasteful, poorly managed programs.